Third in the league, eighth in the Champions League. Disappointing, underwhelming, uninspiring, or depending how you look at it, completely expected. After one of the best moments Arsenal women have given me throughout the years, I celebrated it harder than usual. Not because I thought we would never win again, but because I knew what usually comes next. We skipped steps. And that's exactly what the season has felt like, a club mistaking momentum for completion. Skipping step doesn't always have to look reckless, sometimes it looks safe. And one of the safest decisions Arsenal has made all summer was keeping Chloe Kelly. Chloe Kelly was a huge reason we won the Champions League. There is absolutely no version of that story where she isn't central to it. It was a perfect loan, the perfect timing, the perfect ending. And that's exactly why I should have ended there. Making it permanent wasn't about redefining the squad, it was about validating what had already worked. Because once you strip the emotion away, you have to ask a very uncomfortable question. What problem was this actually meant to solve? Is she meant to be a regular starter? If so, who is she clearly better than right now? And if she isn't, why are we committing long term to a player who left Man City because she didn't want to be a rotational option? This is where good enough becomes a decision maker. That's not lack of ambition. That's comfortable ambition. If Chloe Kelly showed me what Arsenal are comfortable choosing, the defense showed me what Arsenal are comfortable tolerating. This wasn't emotional, it was about standards. We all looked at that defense last season and reached the exact same conclusion. It was decent, but not good enough. And what's worrying is that nothing changed. It's that the feeling didn't change either. We went into the summer needing a centre back. Not cover, not versatility, a centre back. Instead, the response was framed as flexibility, a left back who can play on the right, an academy return, an emotional homecoming. That's fine if your core issues are solved, but ours wasn't. A short-term fix became a long-term solution. A natural left back at centre back stopped being an emergency and started being acceptable. She's probably been our best centre back this season, which is great if you're into improvisation, less great if you're trying to win the league. That's not bad luck, that's tolerance. If the attack showed comfort and the defense showed tolerance, the midfield shows me hesitation. I think the best way to talk about the midfield is through roles. Right now, bar Mariona, our most important midfielder is Kim Little. And when your most important midfielder is also the one you've been trying to replace for 3 seasons, that's not continuity, that's hesitation. We keep trying to do 2 things at once. We sign young players for the future, but they don't commit to them in the present. The result is leaving players in the limbo constantly. The experienced players are still carrying the responsibility, and the younger ones are never given enough of it to actually grow. Nobody's being phased out properly, nobody's being built around properly. And that's how you end up with a midfield that exists in between eras. That isn't bad luck, that's indecision. When you zoom out, ultimately, none of these issues exist in isolation. Chloe Kelly showed me a club comfortable making decisions that feel right. The defense showed me a club willing to tolerate solutions that are simply adequate. And the midfield showed me a club hesitant to commit, to youth, to transition, to a clear future. On their own, each choice is defensible if you try hard enough. Together, to me, they form a pattern. We didn't fail this season because we lacked talent. We failed this season because we misjudged where we were in the process. Momentum was mistaken for completion, comfort was mistaken for ambition, and hesitation was dressed up as patience. Third in the league, eighth in the Champions League. Not shocking, not unlucky, just the inevitable result of skipping steps.